Alrighty. Well, oh, look me, all looking all crazy and shit.
You're gonna have to deal with that camera view.
Yeah, I know, bro. Now, Alyssa's sister told me that if she straightened my hair and put it down to the sides, it looked like Lord Farquaad. Looked like I'm gonna get jealous of an ogre for fucking another ogre. I mean, I've slept with some ogres in my life, and I won't ever do it again. But no, just
I think we can all agree on that.
let's scoot over a little farther. That way you're in the camera. Don't get the fucking. Oh, bro.
Scare the fire.
No, I really do hope we get those mini bikes.
Oh, bro. Yeah, you guys be prepared for that.
Because hopefully soon we're gonna get some mini bikes and we're gonna get some like GoPros and shit, or like get some phone stands. We're gonna record me, him, and another friend of ours just racing around on mini
Ripping
bikes.
around, bro. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I feel like that would be kind of entertaining. There's a bunch of delinquent teenagers racing down Main Street on mini bikes, going like 60 plus.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, dude, I cannot wait for my direct deposit to come in so I can message that dude and be like, bring it on down.
Now, how much are you getting yours for?
800.
Solid, bro. Nah, this pay period, you want to help me out? Because the one I'm getting is like $650. I'll borrow a couple $100 from you, because you know I'll pay you back.
Yeah.
Because I got the phone bill, I got rent, I got groceries, and that's gonna put me down to like $200. And so if you can loan me like $200, or however much you can loan me, and then I use my money, and then Alyssa uses whatever she has left, we should hopefully have enough for it.
I know I missed 2 days. So
Shit. You're gonna have like a $900 paycheck. I might not actually borrow any money from you. Because remember, I also got all those swords and shit.
yeah.
I got
There's
all
a lot
those.
of shit we could pawn and shit.
Yeah, I got a lot of swords, and I got a lot of games I don't fucking play. So, like Homefront, that game, I changed my mind about that game. At first, that game was really cool. I really liked that game at first. Now I'm just not so much.
Not into it as much.
Yeah.
Oh, I got unstuck in Fallen Order.
Oh fuck yeah! I was supposed to come over there and help you with that.
Yeah, I got it all figured out. It was weird as fuck though.
Isn't that thing you slide down where you like do one of those like cutscene memories, and you learn another skill?
I can't remember. I know that I slid down it and then I was like, fuck, I couldn't go back, so I just quit the game. And then when I loaded back in, I was at that save point, so I was like, okay, don't go down there this time. And I turned around and I started doing what I was supposed to.
Makes sense.
I was like, fuck that, dude. I'm not going to start taking any of the side places. Because at first I thought it was like God of War kind of, or like Fallout. You have to explore a little bit to find out little secrets and get a bunch of shit. And so I was doing that, and it just didn't work out. And now I'm like, nope, if I see a chest, I'll go and get it. But if I don't see it, I'm not looking for it.
Yeah, facts. Because they pop up on the map.
Yeah.
If you open up your map thing, if you're probably playing on PlayStation, so this is the options button. I can't remember what this button over here is.
It's like a weird recording button.
Yeah, if you press that button, it opens up the map, the holomap, the hologram map thing, and it will show you where all like the chests and like the meditation points and shit are at, like the unsensed echoes.
Yeah, it's that big pad in the middle.
Yeah.
I thought that the phone just fell.
So did I.
So I'd be like, fuck.
I was like, from as high as that phone is, I feel like I should have made more noise.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, I ate that.
With that.
There's two of the. From what I know, there's like two of the Budak ramens, right? There's the purple one, then there's the black one. Now the purple one is hot, but the black one is hotter, right? And it's been because, like, you know me, I'm a spice guy. I like spicy shit. I
tried the purple one bite of it. Fuck that.
Yeah, I took like 9 bites.
I tried to put just a quarter of the fucking seasoning packet into the next time that I tried it. Still spicy as fuck. So if you don't like spicy, would not recommend at all, because I can somewhat handle spicy. This motherfucker can handle spicy, and he was sitting there like
it's just slurping the shit out of it. Nah, bro, fucking here, you can get this. But no, fucking I ate it last night, because remember, it had been a while, because like, so the thing about spicy food is it like burns up your stomach lining and your intestinal lining, right? And I was starting to get like real bad pains in my stomach area, or like around like my stomach area, my pelvic area, and so I cut back on spicy food a little bit.
Yep.
Started eating I started cooking my own meals. Like the other day, I made the 10 Italian sausages, the 5 round eye steaks, and I made some at home fries, my own signature fries, right? It was really easy. So what you do is you take the potato, right? Like a whole potato you get out of the bag, right? You wash it, you cut it up into 4 pieces, okay? Now those real round edge pieces, toss them. You're not gonna want it, right? And then you take those thick pieces and you slice them up into like 6 pieces, right? And you set them in a bowl, right? Now you do that for like 2-3 potatoes, and you put them in a pot, right? With a little bit of grease at the bottom of it. And you dump them all in there on high heat, right? Because they're so thick, you got to have it on high heat. That's how I do it, right? And then I just stir them up, I shake them up, you know what I'm saying? And then I season them as I go. Like little bits of seasonings like salt, pepper, just little stuff like that. And then as soon as they start to get like brown, you take one out, you put it on a plate, continue cooking these ones just in case, right? And then you eat the one that you pulled out because it's going to be cool. You take that, throw it in your mouth, you eat it. And if it's soft on the inside but crunchy on the outside, you're good.
Yeah.
And then you put them in a giant bowl, and you cover it with a paper plate, sprinkle a bunch of fucking seasoning in there, and then you shake it up.
I want to get a fucking deep fryer, bro.
Nah,
I can make some good shit with a deep fryer, bro.
You could. I like to do everything manually, though.
Yeah. No, that's understandable. I do, too. But, I mean, like, potato chips and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
You could make homemade potato chips, and they're so fucking bomb, bro.
Real thin, like kettle
yeah, you cut them like fucking paper thin, bro.
As you can go, and then you throw them in the deep fryer, and you fucking fry them for like 10-20 minutes.
That was my favorite thing as a kid, just making like deep fried French fries.
You can do that in a pot.
Yeah, you could, but
it's just not going to turn out as good.
Yeah, not as greasy, not as American.
The 3 most American things I can think of is racism, guns, and greasy food.
Fuck.
That's the other thing I don't understand is I'm probably going to get a lot of heat for this if I ever said this publicly. But if America is so, like Tom McDonald said, if America is so terrible and racist, it probably isn't safe to encourage immigration, just saying.
Yeah.
If America is so terrible and the school shootings are so bad.
Even this random motherfucker that I met over fucking gaming, bro. It's Matt's friend, his username's like Committer or something like that. But he's hella cool. Black dude named Mike from like Sin City in that area.
Oh,
right.
All right.
He fucking he was like, why the fuck do they keep letting immigrants come into our country?
If it's so fucking bad.
why are immigrants mad that like they can't get into our country if they don't want to legally fucking do it?
Yeah.
Or like go and legally get their card to fucking come in here, do what they need to show that they can be an American citizen. It's like
that's one. So like, America's a terrible racist. I'm just quoting. America's a terrible racist place. The school shootings, all the gun violence, all the racism, the sexual assault. They had a pedophile in office. Why do you want to come over here?
Okay, but the pedophilia, rape shit. Okay, let's go over to fucking Afghanistan or some shit where you got fucking
Uganda.
You got 40-year-olds being married to fucking 9-year-old little girls, bro.
Oh yeah. Would you go over to Africa and they're trading women for cows?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
fucking trade your cow for a fucking for a little girl. What the fuck, bro?
Now, I'm gonna be dead ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be real honest with you, bro. I don't support pedophilia, rape, and sexual assault, right? But if I'm a pig, I'd rather pick that than going and moving to fucking Uganda and having some dude kidnap my daughter and trade her for a cow.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the sexual assault than have someone kidnap my kids and trade them off.
Much and it's not just as simple as they get traded off and married and it's this happy thing. Like, a lot of them get fucking slaved and beat and fucking raped constantly
and killed sometimes. Like, they pretty much just get kept in a basement and turned into sex slaves.
Shit, if that was me, I probably wouldn't speak proper English either.
No. I mean, like, if you really think about it, I mean, I'm not saying I support it by any means at all. No, it's like, if I ever was, like, walking down an alleyway at night and I saw some dude raping some girl, I'd probably rip that dude's fucking head off.
Oh, there's no problem.
I would beat that dude's face in, I would grab both sides of his teeth like this, and I'd rip his jaw off his face. I would kill that man in the most brutal way possible, and then I would cover that girl with a blanket, find her clothes, whatever she needs. I would cover her up, and I would escort her home myself. I wouldn't even call the cops. I'd let that nigga die in the alleyway. On camera. I don't give a fuck if I'm recording. I would escort that girl home.
Bro, you know what
I would give her my phone and have her call her family.
I just thought about, like, how, like, after, like, a murder or something, like, on the murder scene, like, how it's just cleaned up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of my buddies, you know him, but I'm not going to say names, was shot over by Park over there.
Oh, yeah.
There's no fucking blood on the pavement, nothing, dude. It's like, that shit really makes you think, like, what's really going on behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much that they could be fucking hiding, so much they could be doing and then just cleaning up afterwards.
You know that dude you see on, like, reels and podcasts, that African dude who works with the government, the real smart guy?
Mm-hmm.
Who's talking about Albert Einstein? And one of the things he said, the fact that you think the government is orderly enough to hide shit from the people is astonishing. Because he said he's worked with the government, and their ability to keep anything a secret is fucking terrible. They keep a lot of secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Like when, dude, I think it's so funny. This had to have been planned. Like, so part of the reason I believe there's other life outside of Earth, right, is I'm kind of quote Andrew Tate here because I never had the words until I heard him say it. So, for you to think that in this vast, as far as we know, infinite universe, we got black holes with like fucking, we got black holes that are so strong that not even time can escape them.
Yeah.
We've discovered that the faster you move at the speed, or the closer you move to the speed of light, the less time affects you. We've discovered that fucking gravity doesn't work in a constant pull; it runs in waves. We learned how the centrifugal force of something spinning creates gravity. We've learned all these things. We've learned how the molten metal in the mantle, the lava that's hidden under the crust of the earth, is what creates the electromagnetic field that hides us from the sun's rays. We've discovered all of these things. We sent people to the moon with less, how do I word this? With less computing power in an entire facility than we have in our phone. Our phone has like quadruple the computing power that NASA had in the 60s, and they still sent someone to space. And you want to tell me there ain't life outside Earth? It rains diamonds on Uranus.
Me and him have had this conversation, and I was on the other side of it for a minute there. He's not fucking wrong.
It rains diamonds on Uranus. We've discovered Earth-like planets that are 3 times as big, half as small, about the same size. It's got water, it's got leaves, it's got air. We've discovered whole other solar systems. Voyager 1 has left the solar system and has continued to voyage through fucking space outside the solar system and is still sending back data. People say that Mars never had life on it. Okay.
Bullshit.
Mars, for one, it has evidence of wind erosion, it has dust storms, it has water erosion, it's got mountains and valleys and river canals and fucking canyons. That's all created by water, wind, and tectonic erosion. There is a mountain on Mars that's like double the size of Mount Everest. How are mountains made? Tectonic movement. Mountains are made when 2 tectonic plates merge together like this, and if one doesn't slide under, the other doesn't slide over, and it goes upwards, it creates a mountain. That's how the Himalayan mountain range was made. And you want to tell me that at one point Mars didn't have some form of life? It may not have been other humans. You might not have had some dude hiding in the woods chanting Latin to himself, jerking one out. But you could have had like fucking bacteria life. We found bacteria on Mars, which means at one point, even now, but possibly at one point there was life.
And that is a form of life.
Yes, it is. No, I don't understand how people can be like, nah, we're the only things there are in the universe. And the fact that some people on this planet still believe that the Earth is flat. Now, I know a lot of people...
now because we're allowed to say this without getting canceled, you guys are fucking retarded.
Literally. No, because, I mean, like, okay, think about it, okay? It was a Greek philosopher, I think it was, okay? He sent his apprentice to Egypt, right? Same time of day, okay? Since it's about 300 miles away from each other, it's about the same time of day, just straight downwards, right? Now, he stayed here, and he went here. And at the exact same time, on the exact same day, they documented where the shadows were.
And the sun going around. Because I remember watching that, too, I think, if it was the same guy. Because they did all that information, and it was like a lifespan of work that he did just to prove himself wrong. And he felt bad for all the people who believed in him, too. Like, he had to apologize for making everybody follow him and believe him.
Oh, yeah. And no, it's like, so the thing I was getting at though is like, so he's standing here. He's got a statue right here, right? He's documenting where the shadow was placed at and the angle it's at. His apprentice at the same time on the same day documents the shadow that's casting on this here. And now his shadow was going this way, and the other dude's shadow was going that way, which means the Earth isn't flat. Now think about this, okay? If the Earth was just a flat disk floating through space, right? And the sun's beating down onto it, we wouldn't have day, we wouldn't have night. Because if it was spinning like this as a flat disk, the sun's still beating down. Now the shadows would move. The shadows casted over trees and mountains would move in a 360-degree circle. Won't deny that, right? But the sun goes this way. It doesn't go this way. It doesn't go in a straight line from east to... Never... From west to east, yeah, because it rises in the west, rises in the east and sets in the west, right? Now it wouldn't go this way in a straight line. It curves. It's called a sunrise, noon, sunset, which means that the sun's not revolving us. We are revolving the sun while the Earth spins. So we're going like this, because people think that the Earth sits up and down like this.
No,
it sits at an angle. And then it as it spins counterclockwise. I think it's counterclockwise. As the Earth spins counterclockwise, it also tilts like this, which creates the season. And that's why the equator is always a steady temperature and never really drops real far down or raises real far high, is because the equator is always in direct contact and direct light with the sun. And that's why it has day and night, but it doesn't have like fall and spring and winter. It's got just a mostly summer and like a spring kind of situation. While here in the valley, we got all four of the seasons.
Yep.
It's also kind of the same at the South Pole and the North Pole too, is because so for a long time they don't get a lot of sun. They don't get like any sun at all. And then for another set of time they get like nothing but sun.
Yep.
And it's because of the way the Earth is tilted. No, I don't understand how people... There's been so much proof, and we've proved this so many times. Mm-hmm. Like that hill right there where the grade's at that goes up to go to Pullman, Spokane, we could sit here and record that all day from dusk till dawn. From the minute the sun rises to the minute the sun sets. We can document that, and you will see how the shadows shift.
Yeah. And most importantly, like, if it were flat, we would see the sun over there.
Yep, and
we'd see it going around like that.
Yeah.
We wouldn't see it all the way the fuck up here,
and then
coming
up
over
there,
and then down.
Nope, that's east to west. I lied, because it rises over there and sets over there.
That's east.
That's never east. Saw you waffle.
You want to know how I remember that? Is because on the map, north is up.
Yeah.
But for us, south is up.
Technically, yeah, because there's a giant hill right there.
Yeah.
But no, so you want to know how I actually learned that was north? That's not north. That is north. And I was going out towards the casino. I was leaving karate one day. Grandma was driving me out there, and I had a compass, and I was holding it flat in my hand, and I was looking, and I watched the compass spin this way as we went around that corner to head out that way. And I watched it, and I was like, oh. So right between that pull off coming into Lewiston and that pull up going in, right between that is where north is at.
Yep. And on a correct compass, there should be a needle that always points north.
Yeah. So like the black part with all the directions, right, will spin this way, or whichever direction you're going. But that needle will shift no matter which way you turn.
Stick with north.
Yeah, stay at north. No, it's like. Back to the alien thing, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, the little green fucking ET looking motherfuckers walking around. Like, Paul's not gonna, like, remember Paul?
Yeah.
He's not gonna land in our backyard and be like, what's up, fucker?
They had a fucking Paul skin in Fortnite, bro, and I wanted to buy it, but I just didn't have enough V-Bucks. I was so pissed.
That's funny.
Because you could change his outfits and shit, too. You could do the fucking tank top with the shorts, or you could do the fucking, like, Hawaiian shirt.
That's awesome. No, like, you're not gonna have, like, Yoda. Or like Paul, maybe E.T. drop in your backyard.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I like to, like, every time I have like this topic conversation with people, Why do you look so much smaller when you're standing up?
Yeah, you stand up and come back here.
What the fuck? But no, so one of the things I like to say to people a lot, right, is I was like, we're so prepared. Because, like, with the way that, like, aliens have been brought up and all the stories and the supposed abductions and descriptions of what they did remember, we're looking for, like, thin, alienated, big-headed, like, Indiana Jones motherfuckers with giant black eyes. Mm-hmm. What if they're just other humans?
That's what I was thinking. Some other form of human, though. Like, yeah. Maybe not exactly the same. Yeah, no, because these fuckers could have tails, like, be fucking Amazonian or something.
Because there's, like... Okay, I can't remember. Does a Neanderthal fall under Homo sapien, or is that because, like, Neanderthals maxed out at about 5'7", were stockier, they had bigger heads, bigger eyebrow bones, their noses were bigger.
I guess they could kind of be like...
Fall under Homo sapiens.
They could be like a... Because, I mean, clearly, if they have the technology, they could be like a further technology advanced, but, like, still back in that Neanderthal time period.
Maybe.
So they could be like a, what's the fucking word? Like a better version of us.
So one of the things that I like to point out, so not only are we so prepared to see like weird gray creatures, the thing that would shock us the most, and the thing that would surprise us and catch us the most off guard,
is if they were just humans.
Is if they were just normal humans like us. Like imagine you're in a field and you just watch this UFO. What's the first thing you think of when you think of a UFO? Giant circular disc?
Yeah. Most of the time.
Imagine.
I mean, a normal person would. I don't know. I like to get a little bit more in depth with it.
We'll talk about that in a minute. But like, no, a UFO drops down in a field in the middle of the woods or something. You got like a giant open spot and you're sitting there watching it. Now, would you be more surprised if a 4'9" little gray dude with big ass eyes came out, or an exact replica of you?
An exact replica of me, I'd probably shit my pants.
Exactly.
Because at that point, I'm spiraling. I'm like, this dude's gonna kidnap me and replace me.
There you go.
Invasion has already started.
Yeah. But like, think about it. They come off the ship, and maybe they don't look exactly like us.
Or I mean, okay, another
or similar
interpretation of what an alien could be: skinwalkers.
That's like I wouldn't call that an alien.
I don't know how I would describe it though, because there's a lot of paranormal like research over on like Skinwalker Ranch and shit where they do a lot of the UFO look into type shit. I feel like that could be some other form of what an alien could be. But then again, there could be like you said, there's not just one life form of us, so there could be millions and millions of different other life forms like that.
This is a horrible reference. Look at Star Wars.
Yeah.
You have humans, and then you have all these other species.
Fucking Wookiees, fucking Jar Jar, because I can't remember what his species is.
You have Grogu.
Fucking Grogu. Fucking, there's so many different species.
Din Jar, the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I can't remember how to pronounce his name, but he's an alien too. He's not human. Yeah, I think it's funny they picked Samuel L. Jackson to play Mace Windu.
Yeah, the only reason that he even played in that movie, and he told him, he said, if I don't get a purple fucking lightsaber, I'm not playing in your movie.
That's awesome, bro. But no, fucking...
the only reason.
Dude, that's fucking solid.
The only reason a purple lightsaber exists in Star Wars is because Samuel L. Jackson wanted to be different.
He was like, no, I don't want a fucking blue one. I want a fucking purple one. He was like, look at all these gay-ass blue fucking lights. I want a purple one, Nick. But no, fucking... No, so... Fuck. I wouldn't necessarily call... The Montauk Project, that's what I was thinking of. Remember the Montauk Project? The Montauk. Where they were, like, experimenting with nuclear fucking shit and a bunch of weird, like, fucking deformed creatures were washing up on shore in Texas or something like that.
I can't remember what it was called, but I remember hearing about that a little bit.
I don't think it's the Montauk Project. Something like that. Or some sort of project. I can't remember what the name of it was. But that shows up, right? Fucking... No, I think if a skinwalker... I think the closest thing to an alien a skinwalker would be is, like, a failed science experiment from the 80s that continued to just reproduce. Like the Falmer from Skyrim.
Yeah.
Stay away from people because they fucking hate us and would kill us if they saw us. Oh, fuck, my phone's gonna die. Let's end this.
Good video.
We're not gonna stop yet. Let's fucking finish this off.
I kinda gotta take a shit.
I'm not gonna lie, so it was. Never mind, we're finishing this off. We'll pick up later.